You're gonna be famous, dog. No, I'm playing. No, like, probably not. our YouTube channel not that big. Let's see. Okay, so this is kind of like a brief outline of the go home lesson. This is what we'll cover. We can probably get it done in roughly. You got 45 minutes?
That's fine.
Roughly, yeah.
I mean, he's literally gonna come with me to go to work. So.
Okay, so then it's not like a super. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna pop him out first. So we'll just do that for like 3 minutes or so. Just greet the dog, and then we're gonna pop him back in, and then we're gonna go over a few things. Just me and you talking about a couple of things. I'll show you a few slides that I'm gonna send you, like some stuff to go home with, like some worksheets. Just so you have like some quick references. I'm making more of them. As I make them, you'll get them. I'll send more of them to you. But we're going to go over something called the 4 behavioral levers. So this is just how dog training works, how dogs think and learn and stuff like that. We'll go over that and probably only take us 5 minutes. And then we'll go over something called markers. You probably heard a lot of times I would say either okay or or nope. Yeah. So those markers we'll talk about, because those are really important to know when to say them and how to say them. Because if you say them differently, or if you say them at the wrong time, he'll get the wrong message, and his training will digress, right? It'll go backwards. And then I'll show you like the tools that we use, and like what they are, how to use them, what they're for, stuff like that, and how you might use them in your life. And then we'll get the dog back out after that. So that should probably take 10-15 minutes, hopefully. We'll get the dog back out, and then we're gonna go over the stuff that he learned. So the first thing we're going to go over is like probably a really big thing for you, because he's a nutbag at thresholds. I call him a nutbag or a freakazoid a lot.
I call him a crackhead.
Crackhead too. Yeah, Malinois. Did you like the tagline I gave him? Apollo the Sharky. He's a shark, dude. He's bitten me at least 15 times. Not hard enough to hurt me or anything, but he
nipped at you?
No, like he's put my whole shoulder in his mouth at least 6 or 7 times. He's just like that. But you got a Malinois, that's what they do, they bite. They'll bite forever.
He's mixed.
They're just like that. Malinois Shepherd mix, right? Yeah, he's awesome though. I love him. Yeah. He's low key, he's one of the dogs that like, I was like, well, if he did abandon him, I'd be like,
I wouldn't mind taking him.
I would keep him, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just adopt him, he's sick. So like, you got a great dog, basically. But he's a high maintenance dog. Yeah. So I recommend that you just take him places with you, just go places. What kind of crate do you have?
Right now, at home.
Do you have a wire crate?
Not anymore.
Not anymore? Because he will destroy a wire crate in 10 seconds.
Destroyed I've gone through 2 of them.
Yeah.
You know the ones that are like split in half and you gotta like, screw it from the bottom?
Yeah, dude. That he will destroy it in about 20 minutes. Yeah. In a black wire crate, he'll destroy that. Like if you leave him in there for a few hours and you leave, he'll be out of it. He'll be gone from out of it. He'll open it or he'll just tear it apart.
The one I have right now,
yeah.
It's welded.
Welded?
And they're pretty thick.
Is it metal?
Metal and wood. So like the
metal
base is wood, and then like the bars around are all metal.
Yeah, that might work. Send me a picture of it. That might be good.
It only works for a certain amount of time now.
Really? Yeah.
He learned how to pop a lock. There's a lock on top and
That's because he's a jackass.
Really smart.
Yeah.
He knows that if he pushes hard
Get
enough.
you one of these.
Malinois experiment. Yeah, this. I recommend this.
And he's traveling back home in May.
Yeah.
So he's doing a road trip. I told him.
Where's back home? Cali? Yeah. If you get, so this one, this size here, you're not driving that? Are you driving a truck?
U-Haul.
U-Haul? Okay. Then I actually, in either case, I'd probably, this one is an extra large. The one that he's in right now is a large. I'd recommend getting this one. This large, Hema didn't bring her car, but we put it in a Toyota Camry all the time. It fits in the back seat.
I showed him.
That's an extra large in there.
It's an extra large.
It is. Yeah.
Oh.
It fits in the back of my truck, but
yeah.
it does not fit in the back of a car. That extra large. Not a lot of cars it doesn't fit. This large fits in most cars.
Yeah.
And he
Fits in my Camry.
doesn't try to get out of it, and he can't get out of it because the way that it's one solid piece, so there's nothing to tear apart, and it's all Ruffland practice. Like it's a Ruffland crate, performance kennel. It's a few $100s, but it's worth it because you'll only need one crate forever. You'll never buy another one. It's also crash tested. So if you get in a car crash and he's in your, which God forbid, but if you did get in a car crash, he would be fine.
Yeah.
Right. Do you need the keys, babe? You want to roll the windows down?
Yeah.
Here you go.
I didn't realize that you had.
Yeah, Major's chilling in there. Yeah, I just turned it off. We had the AC blasting in there. We got a little doggy in there. But it's crash tested, so if you do get in a car crash, it won't. He'll be fine. The other thing is that there's nothing to unlatch because it goes into these holes, top and bottom, so he can't get out. So I recommend that one, definitely. So we got a little sidetrack there, but basically I'll show you like those, which is what I was gonna say is threshold manners, right? So he's really crazy coming out of the crate.
Oh yeah.
He's really crazy, and he's still a little amped up when he comes out of the crate. I'm going to show you exactly what to do with that and how to like maintain some threshold manners. It's actually relatively simple. You just use the crate door, and with him you might have to punish it, right? Not super hard or anything. You can just use your hand and just kind of like on his nose. You don't have to like go, don't slap your dog really hard, but you can just like boop him on the nose and be like, dude, don't do that. Nope, right? And tell him to chill out and then close the door on him. So I'll show you how to do that in this little phase here. And then I'll show you how to make sure he doesn't pull. Because on a flat collar, he has a major pulling problem on a flat or a harness. So you're gonna be walking him with his prong collar. And I'm gonna show you something called loose-leash walking. We have probably 4 different dogs now that are going up. There's demos going up that take it through all the phases. But I'll show you how to do it and send you a document, because it's good to use as a warm-up. When you take him out and you're gonna like walk him around, do loose leash walking first, do a little warm-up, and then just do like a little obedience check, and I'll show you exactly how to do that. So that'll be kind of like just like a maintenance thing. Mm-hmm. Then after that, I'll talk to you a little bit about how to integrate training into his life. So like training doesn't mean you have to do 20-minute drills with him 3 times a day, because that's not what you signed up for, I don't think, right? No, that's some crazy jank, right? You're like, why did I hire a dog trainer? That's crazy, right? But it's more about like using the training. That's how you maintain it, right? So then I'll show you how to maintain the different commands, like sit, down, place, and then I'll show you how to integrate that kind of stuff into play. Because I told you over the phone, play is like God for this dog. Yeah. If Apollo believed in God, if he could, his God would be like throwing a ball or like playing with a tug toy, right? I don't know if that was blasphemous, but I don't know. But yeah.
I think the only thing that he hasn't destroyed wise is you know those little rubber.
The Kongs.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can put something inside of it.
I put peanut butter inside.
Yeah, peanut butter inside. So I'm going to show you how to use the toys. This is what you're going to want to get. It's a Bullfit K9, $19, $20 on Amazon. It's made of French linen. It's the same thing that you make protection gear out of. So when we do protection training, which by the way he could do protection if you ever wanted to do it, you could train him to be a protection dog relatively easily. Especially he could even do like sport protection, because he has enough bite motivation where he would bite a sleeve, and he'd also bite a suit. Just FYI, random thing, just so you know something about your dog.
Perfectly fine.
Yeah. Obviously we didn't train him to do that, but I could show you how to do it in one of our videos, and you could just do it yourself, because you can do it DIY if you need to. I'm not even trying to sell you a program. I'm just saying he could do it. Yeah. So I'll show you how to use the play and what toys we use and stuff like that. You can use whatever you want. If you want to buy a bunch of toys and have them rip them to shreds, buy a sloth, have him rip its head off. I don't care. And then we'll go over how to maintain let's go, heel, and recalls. And so lastly, I'll show you how to use one of these, Flexi. You'll be kind of splitting time between using a Flexi for walks and this, which is just like any kind of 6-foot leash. I always cut the end off, but you don't have to cut the handle off if you like the handle. How did I do that? It's crazy. Okay. And then the last thing is we'll go over some issues that you might deal with: jumping, reactivity towards dogs, people, that kind of stuff, and how to make sure that doesn't come back. And what to do about it when it does happen, right? Just how to address things like jumping, reactivity, or just ignoring you, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and get started on it. We'll do the greeting thing first. Let's hop him out. Here, babe, hold this.
Yeah.
Thank you. He's a good boy. Apollo! You're doing crazy, man. And inadvertently, I'm going to have to show you the threshold thing. No. Yeah, it works pretty well.
Yeah. It works.
No.
Like for
No.
notification,
No.
not like a
No.
stat of that thing.
And so I just normally will use no, 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 What'd you say?
Does he still get excited and he sees them?
I haven't seen any like excitement urination or submissive peeing or anything like that. Not recently. I don't think I've. First week I saw it. I haven't seen it since then. Oh no, he's pretty excited. He still gets pretty excited. And so then I normally just put the prong collar on before he comes out, because trying to put it on him when he's already out of the crate is a mess. Yeah, because then he's just jumping all around and making a bunch of noise. He vocalizes a lot. No, 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 no. How much did you pay for it? You didn't buy it? No. 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 Stop. Stop.
There's 3 different levels, right?
So how did you use the stimulation?
I never shocked him, but I just used the vibration and then the button.
For what? What was the vibration?
I try to get him into like
YouTube, baby. There you go.
Yeah, okay. Perfect. Yeah. It's just, Flexi is going to show you how to use that.
All right, dude.
Stimulation button.
Okay, come on.
Who's that? Who's that, buddy?
Go say hi, dude. He might need to pee. He always pees as soon as he gets out. His poop's been okay. Sometimes it's a little loose, sometimes it's solid. Paul, come. 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 Okay. Dude, say hi.
You don't remember?
Say hi, dude.
You don't remember Dad?
He's a goof. Nope.
Down.
Nope.
Down.
No.
He's so
Oh, okay. Nope. Okay, there you go. So I taught him an up command because it makes it a lot easier to punish in a way that he understands what he's supposed to be doing and not doing. You want to put that on him?
Yeah.
Just put it over his head.
Hey, big guy. Hey.
Nope. This is a backup. So the way it works is it goes over and then you attach it to both, because the prong collar sometimes pops off. So if it pops off, then he still has a collar on. Yeah. So it's got like a ring on it, and then this will tighten like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just a backup slip. So yeah, he's a good boy. He's still, as you can see, himself.
Yeah.
We do that on purpose, because what I don't want is a dog coming back like
Used to.
just really suppressed all the time and just kind of sad. We want the same dog, just he listens, and you have a way to communicate with him in a clear way. So when he first comes out, he's really amped up like that, but then he chills out. Yeah. Good. And I did give him a little bath. You can see he gained a bunch of weight. I think he probably gained like 15 pounds or something like that, 10, 15 pounds. He's a fat boy now. Actually, no, he's a good weight now. He's not even fat. He's just looking sharp. Yeah. Nope. So then his command to jump, Apollo, hey, uppies, come on, uppies. What the, Uppies. There you go. Good. Good. It's just uppies. I just use uppies. Okay. Because I like to put it on cue. That way, if it's not asked for, then it's easy for me to punish.
Hi, handsome.
Yeah. Good. You're so handsome. Yeah, good boy, huh?
Yay.
Good. Good.
Do you like treats? Do you like
Good.
treats? Was he treat motivated? Does he like
I
treats?
have no idea. I don't think I ever used them. I might have given him like one, and he was like, where's the ball? So.
Yeah. I mean, he's motivated by apples.
Apples?
Yeah.
I bet if you throw the apple, he'd like it even more.
Did you guys tell you guys that?
I don't think so.
He's motivated by apples.
He likes apples.
Apples and peppers.
Peppers?
Yeah.
Crazy work, dude.
Like bell peppers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we should chop some of them things up.
Mm-hmm.
The peppers and apples help with his fur and his eyes.
Mm. Let's go, buddy. Come on.
That's it. That's all I have.
So let's walk over this way, and I'll show you some of the
I
stuff.
don't have any.
Go ahead. Let's go. Go ahead. Go ahead. So the first thing we'll go over is what are called the 4 behavioral levers. You got your phone on you?
Yeah.
What's your email?
Jacob, and then my last name, ALOESE @yahoo.com. They're together, no space.
Okay. Okay, I know. Very exciting. But that's one big improvement is he doesn't like lose his crap when he sees dogs and people anymore, especially dogs. Jacob, Aloese. Okay. Is that Yahoo you said?
Yes.
Okay. Yep, there it is. All right. So I'm gonna send you.
You are such a good boy. You are such a good boy.
Nope.
What do you have that he wants? Nothing? Oh, he
Nothing.
thinks you have something?
Yeah.
You're looking for something.
You said, what you got? You got a tuck toy? He's always looking for a tuck toy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know you haven't seen me in a month.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be alright.
Apparently, Christian said that his program was 3 weeks.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we ended up doing 4. Yeah.
It was needed.
Good boy.
Boy, it was needed. But you're such a good boy now. You are such a good boy. Okay. You want a treat? Ooh, and you don't bite when you grab a treat. Some dogs go, hum. Good boy. Good boy.
You got some baby.
Yeah, you're a big boy.
You got some big. Nope.
He loves to do the bites.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Let's see. And this is actually the first time he's been like out to play today. So this is him fresh. He's just been sleeping in the crate for like the last 3 or 4 hours while we've been out training. I don't want you to think that I took him out for like 3 hours and just made him tired. If that's possible. I've almost got everything ready for you. I'm just going to send it over to you.
Nope. Sit. Stay. Nope.
There it is.
I just want to see how he interacts without being on the leash. That's my.
Hey, bud. Sit. Sit. That's a down, you nasty. goofball.
Down.
Nope.
You're not doing that, buddy.
Go. Go say hi. Yes, good. All right, I just sent it to you. Nope. No, dude. No. All right. Tell me if you see the email. It should be from Angier K9 Consult. Got it? All right. So if you open that up, look at that first PDF. It's called the 4 levers.
Yep.
Yeah, 4 levers of behavioral change. So I'll just go over that really quick, like briefly with you. So this is, in a nutshell, how you do anything with a dog. This is how you teach them stuff. So I recommend flipping it around because it's not, I need to make a optimized for mobile version. Sorry. But this is essentially the 4 ways you can create change and stop behaviors, which is normally the stuff you want to do, right? So you got positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement, positive punishment, negative punishment. In simple terms, that is positive reinforcements, just rewarding your dog. And then negative reinforcements, you add pressure of some kind, there's pressure, and then whatever behavior they do makes the pressure go away. So that pressure could be all kinds of different things. And then there's adding penalties. That's number 3, positive punishment. That's how you extinguish behaviors. That's how you make him stop doing things. Or the other way you can stop them from doing things is removing access to something that they want. A simple example of that is, say they want the ball, and you guys are playing ball, and then he does something inappropriate, you take the ball away. Okay. No more ball, right? He likes to chew grass, and he likes to try to find roots, and then he plays with the roots like they're sticks. Yep, he's a nutbag, crackhead. Yeah, he's great though. And so then the question is like, all right, well, what's positive reinforcement? Normally people think of treats.
Yeah.
Sure, treats are great, but there's a lot more, right? So a really easy example that we use all the time is just environment. What he's doing right now, where he's chewing random stuff, picking up those little stickers in his mouth, stiffing the bushes, going and looking at stuff, that's all rewarding to him. That's environmentally rewarding. Him going and sniffing things and doing that kind of stuff is a reward. So releasing him to go do that is very easy and very cheap, right? You don't have to pay for that at all.
Yeah.
You don't have, that's a renewable resource, right? So then there's freedom. There's also play. Play is the biggest motivator for most dogs if you can get them to play. And for Apollo, it's easily his largest motivator.
Yeah.
Affection, right? You know, like pet them, praise them, say hi, give them hugs.
Give them attention.
Yeah, give them attention. That can be rewarding. Also, other things that are competing motivators, other dogs. It's rewarding for him to go towards them, right? Or other people, squirrels. Those are all rewarding things. You could use them as a reward, or you might not want it, right? In most cases, like with Apollo, you might not want that, right? I have had him greet lots of different people, but you don't want him just sprinting up to people, right? But that can be rewarding. Praise, exercise, just running. The studies they have done with dogs and with people, they did a study that was cool with dogs, people, and ferrets. With dogs and people, a moderate like trotting pace, like going on a run, very rewarding, releases lots of dopamine. Ferrets, not at all, because they didn't evolve to do that. That's not something they need to do to survive, right?
Yeah.
So exercise and running. And now another one that's really big for Apollo and for a lot of dogs is overcoming challenge. You can think of things that have been challenging in your life, you overcame that challenge. That feels really good. It does to him too. So I normally integrate that in games. So that's how you reward desired behavior. So I'll kind of like demonstrate some of that stuff when we get to the skills that he's learned, and I'll show you how to reward him for them. And just for good behavior more generally. Oh, Apollo, you're gonna do it. Don't do that. He's gonna walk around me in the Flexi. Okay, so now the other way to create behavior, so that encourages behaviors, right? If you give rewards, they're more likely to do the thing that, like if you ask your kid to wash the dishes and then he washes them, you give him $50. Next time you ask him to wash dishes, he'll probably do it faster. Yeah. He'd be more quick to say yes, right? Negative reinforcement, a good analogy that I like is when you get in the car, if you don't put your seatbelt on and you drive away, in most cars what happens? Yeah, you would if you got in a crash. What else?
Oh, your car's gonna go off.
Ding, 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 right? And then what happens? How do you make it go away? Put seatbelt on, right? So that's an example of negative reinforcement. That's annoying, it's irritating, you want it to stop. so you put your seatbelt on and it goes away, and then that encourages you to put your seatbelt on next time, right? So like they could do like a system, this would be more fun for me but less fun for them, is they could put a thing in there that's like that has like an anti-abuse thing where it's like, all right, if you get in and you put your seatbelt on and you drive away, after 10 minutes you get $5 that like comes out of the car. That would encourage me to put my seatbelt on, right? However, that's very expensive. So instead, they do the dinging, right? Negative reinforcement. It works, great. Or if I use the dishwashing example, if my wife asked me or our son to wash the dishes, she could just nag us afterwards and be like, dude, have you washed them? Have you washed the dishes yet? When are you going to wash the dishes? Have you washed them yet? Until we wash them. And then eventually, what are we going to do? We're just going to start washing it right away so we can avoid the nagging. So it's the same thing with this. Now, how to do it? What kind of ways can we negatively reinforce dogs? Well, with people, you can talk. I can tell you stuff. Dogs, you can't. They'll never know a single word. All they know is that certain sounds predict certain other things, right? So they know if they hear one sound, it means do this, and then this happens. It's prediction, right? But they don't learn languages. So then you can't communicate to them in that way unless you pair it with something they do understand, which is normally physical or social.
Yeah.
So I have under here physical pressure, social pressure, spatial pressure. Spatial pressure is simple. It doesn't work super great on Apollo, but it does work. Spatial pressure is you just get in his area. Apollo, hey, dude, chill out. I just get in his area, right? So like if you think like some dude walks up to you, it's going to be putting pressure on you if they get really close to you, like weirdly close. Like if I walked up and I was like right here, that's like a weird pressure, right? Social pressure is legit. You're just using your relationship as a way to negatively reinforce, right? Because if you use your relationship right, if you guys have a good relationship and cooperation and stuff like that, it means less to you if a random crackhead at the gas station is like, hey, you're a jerk, than if like your wife or your best friend's like, dude, you're a bad person, right? Because of the relationship. So same thing with the dog. So if you're like, hey dude, chill out, and you put a little pressure on him socially, that can do it. He likes to chew whatever's around. He likes to play. I just let him do it. I mean, it's not hurting anything unless he picks up something gross or bad. But if he's just digging around in the dirt or chewing on sticks or whatever the random stuff's around,
do anything in his mouth?
Nah, not normally. Yeah, he doesn't care at all. He's just having fun. I mean, if it was something chemically dangerous, then I wouldn't let him do it, but that is not going to hurt him. Yeah. It'll just toughen up the inside of his mouth more, which is fine. Yeah. Probably good for his teeth. I'm going to have somebody on YouTube be like, it's not good for his teeth. Bad for him. You shouldn't let him do that. People hate on these Flexis all day, every day on our videos. They misinformation. They don't understand what they're for or how to use them. But so then the other one is is a lot of the cases, physical pressure. They understand that very well. That's what they do to each other.
Yeah.
So physical pressure can come through prong collar, e-collar, so leash pressure, like a pop, or it can come through e-collar pressure, so like the stimulation, the electrical stimulation works very well for him. Or just physical manipulation. So it could be like you're pushing his butt down, or don't do that. Come here. Not bag. Stop it. Or it could even be like you do a nose boop, right? That's going to be a pairing of social pressure in the other one. So if I go, no, no, right? But I would have to do it with him. I'd have to do it a little bit more, not forcefully, but I'd have to put more social pressure because otherwise he's not going to care. Yeah. Hey, what do you got? A feather? All right, play with it. I don't care. So that's how you create obligation commands. So if you don't use that kind of physical pressure, then you might be able to teach them to do all kinds of things with treats or with rewards of any kind, but they won't be reliable when it matters.
Yeah.
So you have to obligate it. They have to do it, not if they feel like it or if it's more motivating to do it than not to do it, right?
Oh, there's a dog.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's a doggy. Two of them.
Oh, it looks like the dog is in your back seat.
Yeah, it does, actually. Yeah. It does look like Major. El Mayor. They come here all the time. I've seen that little dog a lot. Yeah, it never has a leash on. Very well trained, apparently. Yeah. And so the positive punishments, exactly all the same stuff. Physical pressure, prong collar, e-collar. What's the difference between the two? The difference between the two is the goal and normally the amount of pressure you use. So if you're punishing something, you might use more. But more likely, it's also going to have to do with what you're trying to accomplish. If you're trying to teach them something or maintain a behavior, like encourage a behavior, then you're using negative reinforcement. So if I go, Apollo, sit, and I just use a little bit of pressure on the prong, okay, good boy, then I'm using pressure and release, right?
How's he usually around people?
He does fine. Yeah. I mean, he likes them.
That was my thing.
Was he being aggressive around people, or is he being reactive? Really? Wow, okay.
Extremely reactive.
Yeah.
I could see somebody, I mean, in the distance, going at it.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't do it at all. No, I mean, I have some videos that are going to be posted with him and Lowe's. I think maybe a couple of them have already been posted. And yeah, I mean, he greets people, and I had like a 10-minute conversation with somebody, and they were loving on him and saying hi and stuff. He doesn't care at all. We walked by at least 20, 30 people in the store.
Yeah, because that was one thing that me and Christian, when he came to see him,
yeah,
that was one of the things that was happening.
Yeah, I think that from him, it's not, so there's 3 different kinds that I normally categorize them in. There's intent. Intent means that they want to do something bad.
Yeah.
He's not like that. That's more appropriate. That's what I would call aggression, right? Like predatory aggression, right?
And gets in his stance.
Yeah, he don't mean it. He don't mean that he's not gonna try to hurt a person ever. Now, I mean, unless they did something really dumb and like tried to like back him into a corner, but he'd have to be in fear, not in anger, right? The other kind is the other 2 that I think of a lot are excitement and barrier. He has both of those. So he gets really amped, really excited, and that's when he starts to, and he gets really amped up. The other is any kind of restraint or barrier that he's behind will amp him up. So like if he's in the crate, somebody walks by or a dog walks by and he can see them, he might be like, bark, 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 because he can't get there, but he wants to.
Yeah.
Right? Same thing if I like walked around with him on the leash and he was constantly pulling at the end of the leash and then he walked by somebody, he's gonna go crazy, right? That's actually how we teach protection. I train protection dogs by being suspicious and then having them hold the dog back.
That.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah. And the reason it works is because you're taking advantage of that barrier, that leash frustration.
Yeah.
The best way to do it is put them on a harness. That's why you have so many people walk around with harnesses with really reactive dogs, because they're inadvertently creating it with the harness. They're teaching their dogs to react to people and pull. It's crazy. That's why I'm not a big fan of harnesses unless we're teaching something that requires drive work. Oh, let's see how his dookie is. Yeah, a little loose. I was afraid of that. It was a little loose this morning.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Was you eating what I brought?
We switched the food out this last week, but
That's why.
yeah, that's probably why. Yeah.
Damn, I wish I was told that.
Yeah, but it's also that he
Because that's what I have at home. Is what I've sent him with.
Yeah. Good boy. Come on. And I can show you what we've had him eat the last few days. It's called Strive. It's at Tractor Supply. It's actually, funnily enough, by pound cheaper, but also it's got 33% protein and 20% fat. So that's probably why he ended up starting to gain weight. So if I hold on to that, if I pulled back more, then I could have gotten him to start reacting, right? So if I held him back and made it a big thing, then he's gonna go, right? So that's why I released the Flexi,
Yeah.
right? So let's see.
So harnesses are.
I would not use them at all, to be super honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's especially with him, is going to create a crap ton of problems, man. Come on, let's go. Come on. Get this bag. So have you ever used a prong collar
For my other dogs.
for your other dogs? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll show you a little bit about how to fit it. And then
I have another dog besides him. He's a husky and a shepherd.
husky and a shepherd. Nice. So let's see. Already showed you that. Okay, I'll show you the loose-leash walking. So I normally do the warm up on this. You can do it on a Flexi, but I'm going to show you on this one, and then I'm going to have you do it. So there's 3 phases of loose leash walking. It's very simple, and it's also very effective. And all it is how you maintain them not pulling, right? So you do it with a prong collar on, and there's 3 phases to it. You don't have to do all 3 phases every time. You're going to be normally in the maintenance phase, which is phase 3. But the 3 phases are U-turns, which is a nice warm-up after when you take them out. U-turns, and then you've got sporadic walking, which is just what it sounds like. You're just walking randomly. And then you've got phase 3, which is normal walking on like a trail, but you're just punishing any pulling. So the U-turns look like this. Yep. And so then if he still pulls, you're just gonna make the correction a little bigger. And then he'll start following it relatively quickly. And so on a harness, it won't work. But on a Flexi, anything that's attached to a prong will work fine. What's that?
A card.
Card? Yeah.
Beautiful Belgian. I love it.
Hey.
Beautiful.
Down.
Love it. Oh my God, I love it.
I have a German Shepherd that is total.
Well, he's half.
Half and half?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is his human.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Max has a human.
You have your phone?
Yeah. No, it's in the car.
It's in the car? Anybody have a phone? I can just have you scan the QR code if you want it.
Where's your phone?
It's in the car. Just give me your number. 919.
Sure, that's fine. Either way.
255-17.
No, that was 2017.
That's what I said.
Oh, okay. 919 255.
Let's see. I don't know. I'm trying to get to my notepad here. You said 919
Uh-huh.
255
2017.
And what's the name?
Joyce Pleasant.
Joyce Pleasant.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll shoot you a text.
All right. Yeah, I raise puppies, but I would never raise them. They ain't nothing but a big ball of energy.
All right.
Pretty.
Yeah, he is pretty. Okay.
Beautiful.
Come on.
Beautiful.
Good boy. Good job. Good.
Thank you.
Thank you. You did good? Yeah? Is it better? You were like, yeah, it's a lot better. What the fudge? I dropped the leash to show off for you.
I seen it and I was like,
Ooh, Lord Jesus.
this is what I wanted.
Yeah, good. I'm glad. I always like to hear that. Exactly what I wanted is like music to my ears. Yep. So that's how you do the first one. You just do the U-turns. Then sporadic walking is just walking random places. And it's a good way he starts to like know you exist and pay attention to you.
Yeah.
So it's a nice thing to do when you first go out with him, just so that he's in like a mindset where he's paying attention to you. Even if you start letting him go out further and do other stuff, right? And then the last phase, which is just mostly what you're going to be doing, I just do that stuff for a little warm up sometimes when I take him out, is the phase 3, which is you just go on a normal walk like this, the 6-foot leash or the Flexi or whatever you have, and you just walk with him. And then there's just one rule, and that's there's no leash tension. He can go wherever he wants, I don't care, as long as he doesn't put pressure on the leash. Now, if there is a little bit of leash tension, as long as he backs off it, like if he braces into it like that, I'm just gonna pop him, tell him to stop it, right? And you'll notice with him, it's sometimes like you saw that was pretty hard, right? The only reason is because he doesn't care.
Yeah.
When it's not. He really doesn't. I always like when they do, because then I can just go like this and they stop. But he just is not, he just doesn't care. For him, like it might even amp him up more. But yeah, then you're just walking like this and you can just stop like that. And if he stops like that, then cool. If not, then you're gonna do a correction.
Because I tried that.
But then you'll get this, right?
U-turns.
Yeah, the U-turns. Yeah, so those are the 3 phases. I'm gonna have some demos going up so that you can watch them if you wanna maintain them, or you can just watch this video back, right? So that's one, the loose leash walking. We covered the thresholds, we covered some of the basic like principles. So now I'll show you,
I'm very curious on how you got him to just sit there and not
and like chill out.
move.
Well, I'm about to show you. Yeah, yeah. It's primarily, honestly, with him through, we played lots of games, and then integrated into the games, we used pressure, which is much easier to do in games than it is not in games. So if you think about it, if I took a boiling hot pan, put it on the stove, heat it up real high, and then I said, okay, put your hands out, and for some reason I had some authority over you, or I could make you do it, and said, put your hands out, and I put it on there for 3 seconds. Good or bad? Bad, right? Torture, actually. It's a very effective torture technique, sounds like to me.
Yeah.
All right, now say that me, you, and some friends, we're chilling in the living room, we're like, hey, let's play a game, and we take a potato and we put it in the microwave, heat it up real hot, and then we play hot potato. Throw the potato back and forth. Good or bad? Potentially lots good.
Yeah.
Potentially, right?
Because it's going to dry off.
Yeah, and it's fun. So it's still the same thing, burning hot object on your hand, but you're playing a game, right? There's some kind of like goal. There's something you're doing with it, right? So pain becomes more tolerable. If you think about most sports, they almost always include some amount of pain. Football, basketball, football, all of them, you're gonna have some boo-boos, right? But you don't care. Or like, why do people do MMA?
The adrenaline.
Yeah, right? It's fun, even though it's painful. Like you see them, they're like all scarred up and messed up. You see their ears turn into the cauliflower thing, but they don't care because it's part of a game. It's a sport, right? Same thing for dogs, right? So pain becomes a lot more manageable for a dog, and so therefore it's easier to teach them during games and maintain training during games. So the way we taught him to stay like that is using obligation, using pressure, in the context of games. So the way it would work is, say that you want him to sit, right? And you want him to not move. Or you want him to down and you want him to not move. All you're gonna do is you can use the e-collar, you can use this, you can use your words, and you pair them together. So he knows some markers. Markers he knows are okay, nope, and right? So okay that means he is free to like get up, and it's also his reward marker. So he hears okay and he gets amped up because he's like sick, right? Because it also means he might get to play, or he gets to go sniff stuff. One or the other. That's what okay means in his head. And it means he can get up, right? Or if he's in a heel, that means he can go ahead, right? Then is the negative reinforcement marker, right? That means, hey.
Like, nope, you're not doing that.
Well, it's so close. It's more of like, hey, you made a mistake, go back to what I was asking you to do. So if you're teaching him to do something, like say you're doing like a sit or a down, you use right? If he does something bad, like that you don't want him to do again, like say jumping on you, that's when you'd use nope, right? So the way you say them is important, because you can see, has he responded to any of the things that I've said there? He didn't even register them, right? Apollo, come on, bud, come on, let's go, come on. So if I go, okay, Apollo, down, right? Okay, so he downed. And then if I want to say that he can get up, I'm not going to say okay. I'm going to say okay. And then he knows to get up, right? So it's a little bit higher pitched like that. Okay. And the reason he's doing that is because a lot of times after he heard okay, this thing appeared and he lost his crap and he was like, oh, because this is what he wants, right? And then is when you asked him to do something and he didn't do it.
Oh, like when you tell him to come up.
Yeah, exactly. So if I go, Apollo, come on, come on. Apollo, heel. Heel. You saw his reaction to that?
Yeah.
Come on, heel. Right, and so then if he was to go out of the heel, which he stops when I stop, if he were to go out of the heel, and the reason that that's meaningful to him is because, okay, good boy, is because in the past, if he heard he might feel the electric, or he might feel a pop on the collar, right? So it gains meaning because it's associated. The important thing about it is that you don't pop first and then say There's always like a tiny gap. and then a pop or an e-collar, right? That's very important because otherwise you can start messing up. Because like say as an example, say that we did a drill together and I was like, all right, I'm going to teach you to touch your face. And you touched your face, and then I smacked you right after you touched your face. You would start to think touching your face is bad, right? But maybe I wanted you to touch your ear and you didn't quite get it, right? Better that I go, give you a chance to touch your ear instead. What is he doing?
Because you did it and he just turned his head.
Oh, when I said Yeah. Come here, buddy. Come on. Dude, crazy boy. Get that. Yeah. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's always verbal first, whatever it is. Same thing with okay. So like if you start doing like this and then saying okay, then he'll think this means that he can get up, not okay. So then if you walk backwards, he'll get up. So if I go, Apollo, come on. Apollo, come on. Place. Down. Good. If I started doing it like this, where I was like, and then said his release marker, then he would start thinking that me doing this, which is what he thought at first, which then I had to teach him and clarify that no, it's the word. So then if I go, okay, he knows to get up, right? Good boy. Good job. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then if he were to step a foot off of there, I would just go, and put some pressure on him to go back. Whether it was e-collar, prong collar, or me just walking up to him and be like, dude, get back up there.
I thought prong collars were bad.
A lot of people think that. They're fantastic. One of the best tools ever invented in dog training. All the stuff people think suck
I was gonna get one
are great.
for him
Yeah.
Instead of getting a flat collar, but then I didn't know. I was like,
People normally fit them improperly. So if they're too loose, they're ineffective and they don't work. If they're too tight, then they're just gonna hurt them for no reason. But what you want, let me show you. So if you're right here, if you look at that, so you see these here, this little end where it's at there, that little plate, and there's another plate that's the same on the other side. Okay. So when you pull this action up, it tightens, right? You want this, it's called an assembly chain. You want this to tighten. When it tightens, those two should not touch the center. If they touch the center, it's too loose. And if you think about what that means is then if you pop on it, it's going to go all the way out, and where's all the pressure going to land?
Yeah.
Right here, right? And then also it doesn't work because then all these prongs are doing nothing. They're not touching it, right? The way it's supposed to work, I don't have it, is it tightens and it tightens all the way around.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is people normally let their dogs pull on the prong collar because they think it's like a magical item that will stop their dog from pulling.
Yeah.
They'll just learn to pull through the prong collar and not even feel it. They just don't even care about it, right? So instead of doing that, or the other one is they go like this, where they're like doing a bunch of like they're tugging at it, right? Instead, you're going to use a wrist motion like this. You pop it.
Yeah.
Or here, you pop it, right? Obviously, he does not care about that at all because I'm using very little pressure. And as I said before, there's some dogs that would yelp if I did that, and he just doesn't care at all, right? So that's how you do that.
Down.
So if you want him to down, tell him Apollo, and then tell him down.
Apollo, down.
You see how the works?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll have to transfer over to you. So let's have you try doing a little bit of it. And so with that leash, you can just tell him, okay?
Okay.
So give him the high pitched if you can. Right, there you go. So now walk him over here. Yeah, I'm gonna walk with him. All right, now stop and just tell him Apollo down.
Apollo, down.
Very nice. And then just give him that high pitched okay.
I can't even do that. He said, okay. There you go.
Yeah, and if you do it that way, he'll probably figure it out pretty quickly. Okay. But yeah, then he knows he can get up, right?
So you want me to do a pause in between, like saying his name?
You don't have to every time. If he's already like paying attention to you, you can just tell him the thing. But if he's not, then tell him Apollo. Okay. Yeah, because that's his call sign, so to speak, right? That's his name, so he knows that you're talking to him. So another one that's really useful is let's go. Let's go does not mean that he comes to you. It's not a recall. Let's go just means he just moves with you.
Yeah.
So if he's, say, on the Flexi, no, stop. Say he's on the Flexi. There you go, good. Say he's on the Flexi. You can just drop that for a second. If he's on the Flexi and say he gets distracted, hey man. Say he's on the Flexi. Oh, you're stepping on it, dude. Let me have this. Let me take this off for a second. Say he's on the Flexi, cool. And then you want him to move along because he's sniffing over there. Paul, let's go. Let's go, come on. Right, let's go just means move along with me. And you can use the leash to negatively reinforce leg or the e-collar just like you would any other command. So if he doesn't come along with you, you would just go, let's go, and then you would go like that.
So a little pop.
Little pop. You don't have to do a big one for that one normally, right? So this is my preferred way to take dogs on a walk. Flexi. This one's 26 feet, you can do 16 feet, 26 feet, doesn't matter. And I just let them go do whatever they're doing. And so we'll take a walk. So the two ways I maintain the training are either playing or walking.
Yeah.
Those are my two primary ones. So then I can let him do this and it doesn't matter. Paul, let's go. And then if I want him to like move along with me, then I just do that. But that makes it where the leash is just kind of like a prop in the training instead of like the thing that you're using to control him, right? Because normally people use leashes like they're controlling everything the dog does. They're trying to do it with the leash.
Yeah.
But you can do it verbally now because he's trained. Paul, let's go, come on, right? But then most leash, like there's a lot of leash laws in most places. So
Yeah.
the Flexi is the best of both worlds because then you can let him go do whatever he's doing without getting in trouble, right?
And it gives them a little distance.
Yeah, then you can go do stuff, right? And so then it creates this, where the two most effective words with him are playing and this. This is very positive to him. He loves this, right? This is the best way to take him on the walk. So what I always tell people is don't be the guy that heel grinds with your dog all day. Heel grinding sucks. It's where you just put them in the heel and you just grind. You just go in the heel all day. Paul, let's go. Come on. Right, so if they're entertained by the environment, I could go, Apollo, heel, heel, right? Guide him into the heel. Now he's in the heel. Let me check. Yep, he's in the heel. And then I can go, okay, go, 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 right? And now his reward is what?